Justice must be based on love. 20th September 2020, 25th Sunday of the Ordinary Times. Let us focus upon two important lessons from the Gospel passage today. Matthew chapter 20, verses from 1 to 16. 1. In the eyes of God, all are essentially equal, as there is no privileged position for any one particular category of people. And 2. Genuine justice must be based on love. The Gospel passage tries to teach a lesson that all of us are equal in the eyes of God, whether one is a Jew or a non Jew, whether one comes to Jesus early or later, everyone is equal for God. Whether one is a Jewish Christian or a non Jewish Christian, that is, those converted from Jewish religion or non Jewish traditions, the so called the Gentiles or pagans. There was a sense of pride and superiority complex among those Jewish Christians because they came to know about Jesus earlier compared to those non Jewish Christians. They had a sense of pride because Jesus was also a Jew, so the Jews thought that they had the better privilege and the right to be Christians compared to the Gentiles. Now, Jesus teaches them a lesson with this parable. There is nothing wrong in the good self esteem, but they compare themselves with the non Jewish Christians to feel great. In our lives also, we all want to feel important and someone very significant. It is true that we need to have a good self image and protect our dignity. It is true that we all are created in the image and likeness of God, but we need not do that by comparing ourselves with others. We need not keep ourselves up by putting others down. How often we feel proud because of our status in the society, because of our achievements, our wealth, our region, or our language, and so on. The worst among these is a false sense of pride due to the caste or community that we belong to. How many times we hear about the cruel and inhuman killing of one's own son or daughter just because he marries someone from the so called low caste community. This they shamelessly call honor killing. It is actually a dishonor not only to them, to that family, but also to the whole humanity. How often we make discrimination in the name of this caste, opportunities to study, opportunities to get jobs, to rightfully realize all their potentialities. All these are very sadly denied in the name of caste. God is sad with us when we do this because He has created everyone equal in His image and likeness. So, this passage powerfully teaches us that we are all are equal in the eyes of God because the owner of the vineyard calls the people, the workers who came late to work, and gives the same wage as those who would receive those who came in the morning to work in the vineyard. So there is no difference or discrimination against these two groups. Now, going to the second point, the genuine notion of justice must be based on love. When we hear what the owner of the vineyard has done, we feel he has done some injustice. But certain things we need to reflect upon. The owner of the vineyard repeatedly goes out to hire the day laborers in the morning, at the noontime, at the afternoon, even at the very late hour. He knows very well that they are going to work only for 1 hour in the vineyard, but still he hires them. He fixes upon payment only for the first laborers contracted in the morning, but keeps open payment schedules for laborers employed later. He just inverts the order of distributing the wage from last to the first hired, while the first hired watch and wait expectantly. He does this in order to demonstrate his generosity and equal treatment to all. He distributes the same wage to everyone equally without any distinction. By this, he removes their jealousy. Those who come in the morning, they murmur that the owner has made them equal to those who came late in the evening. But the owner makes his point very clear. He explains to them that he acts with justice. He does not banish the first hired workers and turn them away empty handed, but pays them as per their agreement in the morning. He manifests his rightful authority to do with his possessions as he desires. The passage apparently sounds unjust to us. Those who came early for the work, they go by justice, but the master goes by love. However, his love for those who came late to work does not deny justice to those who came early to work. Yes, he pays those who came to work in the morning what has been agreed. Those who came to work early look at those who came late as individuals, but the owner of the vineyard looks at them as people in the families with other mouths to feed. At the same time, the master's love for them is not blind because he is not encouraging lazy people as such. He is not giving money to those who sleep at home in laziness. Rather, they have been waiting to be employed. They're actually ready to work, but they don't get any employer, and that is not their mistake. So the owner is paying to those who are actually ready to work. This makes it clear that we need to do our best and leave the rest to God. We know that God feeds the birds of the air daily, but He does not go to their nests with a spoon to feed. Rather, He blesses their efforts to search for food. As we are moral beings, a sense of justice is also deep rooted within us. For example, imagine a small child playing with her doll. If someone violently takes it away from the child protests and cries. Because her right to have the doll is violated, some injustice is done to her, the child thinks. On the other hand, perhaps if one is good with the child, befriends the child, and asks for the doll for some time to play with, the child may willingly and smilingly give it away. That is why we always try to justify our actions. We may be wrong in our justification. For instance, when we punish someone with harsh words or some harsh actions, we know that it gives pain to the other person. But still, we justify our actions or our harmful words because we tell ourselves I want to teach a lesson to him or her. Another example would be, imagine a robber goes to rob a bank. He may know that it is wrong to rob, but somehow he justifies his action by telling himself that I don't have money, whereas lots of people have money in excess to deposit it in the bank. The society has a duty to feed me, so I have the right to take it from the bank. Now, he may be wrong in giving this justification, but he tries to look for some justification because a sense of justice is ingrained within him. But we have a duty to check whether our justification is really correct and meaningful. For that, we need to keep thinking deeply. We need openness to clarify our convictions. We need humility to learn from others. And above all, we need to pray God for His wisdom. Otherwise, in the name of justice, we tend to be inhuman, unloving, and merciless. Genuine justice must be based on love. If we merely go by justice, it will not take us too far. Imagine the rule of eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth of the Old Testament. If that is strictly followed today, most of us will be with one eye and certainly less than 32 teeth. That is why Jesus, in an effort of fulfilling the Old Testament laws, he asks us to forgive, not just once, but 7 times 70. Our sense of justice, therefore, must be based on love, and that love should not be blind. And this is what Jesus teaches us with the story of the generous owner of the vineyard. Let us think about it. Thank you.